Alrighty, and hello everybody, and welcome back to another fig review. So something a little bit different for those of you who have stuck around typically for anime, merch, etc. There was a previous Gorillaz figure, but this is brand new, so I'm very excited to share it. But this is a Gorillaz Superplastic Noodle in the car figure. So right off the bat, I already really like the actual design of the box and all of the different like pieces of art that they put on it. Not only is there like the really cool cat design on the front, there's also just the like actual pictures of Noodle in the car on the side. So a very nice touch. I think that looks really cool. Just in general, when the box is nice. The top and the bottom as well, I think are pretty cool, just with the general rainbow design. Not super simple like the last ones that I got from them, where it was like the whole band. One thing I noticed for me is I believe that they actually marked like which number you got in the release order. So if they did make a limited number, I would assume on that nice fancy shiny sticker. So pretty cool. But let's actually open her up. I'm very excited for this though. Originally I was not going to get this, and then someone I was talking to was like, well, you know, it's pretty cool, I think you should get it or drive it in the car. And I was like, well, I don't know, and then I got it. So now something else just kind of cool off the top too, they have this camo print. I'm sure it's on the other side as well, but again, small little touches. So first things first, we have her in the car. Pretty standard. You can see her up top here. And there is also a separate, like, her guitar, the same guitar that's on the other figure, but smaller. There's 3 batteries, and then there's the back. Now I gotta get her out though. And here she is, all out of the packaging. Pretty simple enough. I mean, you got the guitar, you got her. The guitar is loose, so you do just kind of have to put it in the car. Not a super huge fan of that. I mean, I kind of get it, but it does seem weird that it's not just built into it, especially because of how loose it ends up being because of that. But nonetheless, well, we'll do a quick spin around of her in the car. Oh, look at her go! Very, very nice. Not only is there a lot of just cool details with like the actual paint, the different stickers, and like colors on the car. I'm very, very excited for this. How did a cat hair already get on it so quickly? Nonetheless, very cool with how she actually looks, just the actual expressions and the general atmosphere of the figure. So very excited. Anyways though, let's get some things in for a closer look. So the first thing I want to just take a look at, because of course it is loose, I don't want it moving around when we're taking a look at it. Boom! Her guitar. Now, if you got the other Noodle figure, the last one that they released, you would recognize this design. It's the exact same guitar design as she had last time. Not like that's a bad thing. It's from the same like series. Now, would I have liked maybe a different one? Maybe a little bit, but that is okay. It's still a cool design with all her little decals and stuff that she has on there, so I think that's pretty cool. Obviously less detailed because this is not like actual metal. This is just painted on, and it's obviously a much smaller scale. The last one was twice the size, so it makes sense. We're gonna set this aside though, so it doesn't, you know, move around while we're taking a look at her. But let's bring the lovely lady in herself. Off the bat, like I said, really cool paint designs and actual decals that are on the car. This is a very smooth paint. The wheels do move. You can actually, hold on, let's see. It's gonna be a little bit hard to tell still, but you can drive her around. So very exciting. Yeah, it's always fun with stuff like this because it's like it's not a toy, but at the same time you're like, yeah, it kind of is, but it's not. These are made out of like rubber as well, so this is like just like a RC car feeling thing. I was actually, when I saw the batteries, I was like, is this an RC car? It is not, but it would have been pretty cool if they made RC car versions of this. Maybe they will, because there's a lot going on here. cute with the actual like design of the car that we saw on the front of the box is on the actual car itself. They got all the little bumps and whatnot from it, just the actual design of the car that it's based on. You can see like the Stokes and everything else kind of inside there as well. I don't know much about car lingo, sue me, but you know, nonetheless, you can still see all the stuff in there like the springs. Same on the back side. She's got her little Noodle license plate, which I think is pretty cute as well. Pretty simple, but I mean, nonetheless, again, it's just a cute. The huge engine on the back with the pull starter, all the different like little bits and bots, I think is really nicely done and well painted. Nothing's really transferred over to other pieces. It is a more hard plastic versus some of the other ones, which were kind of like a softer hard plastic. Like this is just hard to the touch even. Very nice, very fun. There's lots of small details in the wheels. I think there's a lot of just really cool details just all over the place. Her name on the side, all the, like again, the decals, very nicely made. Inside you got the seats. Nice red maroon seats with the ribbing on it. Again, hard plastic. Most of this is hard plastic, probably even her herself is hard plastic. It's just a little bit softer, a little bit more dense. You can see like the wheel, the buttons on the console. The inside itself is actually pretty simple. I really don't know what much more they could have done. Maybe if they just put some random stuff inside, but again, not really like that's a huge deal. Now for Noodle herself, the moment we've been waiting for. Obviously very cute with her actual facial expression, smiling and looking to the side, very cute, especially like at that angle. It's just so nice. From the side, cute as well, with all of her like spiky hair. They did a good job, I think, of designing and sculpting her hair on such a small scale. Some of it probably could be a little bit sharper, a little bit more detailed. However, I do think just overall it's not bad, especially since they don't seem to really use paint or anything like that, or at least not different colors of paint. They just use the whole bulk color. Very nice with all the little like actual detail work with her small little eyebrows. Not the best I've seen, but definitely not the worst that I've seen either. I obviously like her puffy jacket, her little leggings slash jeans with the hearts on the front. She's got the patch on the side with the little fist on there. You can even look down and see her Converse shoes kind of peeking out a little bit too. Again, still very nice overall. She's got her leather driving gloves. Again, just overall very expressive based off of the actual initial art, but still nice. Now, one thing I noticed, I mentioned it a little bit looking at the box. However, it does seem to be that the number is related, I'm assuming, to which one that you get in the pack. I'd have to see, I mean, if other people post and share. Mine said 1682 here and on the box on that little shiny decal. So there is a correlation. Now the last bit, the most exciting by far, you may have noticed when flipping this over, there is a little battery pack with an on and off switch. It does require that you have a Phillips head screwdriver to screw in and out, and then the 3 batteries that they give you, of course, you just put in, you know, do the normal stuff, etc., etc. However, when you turn this on, not an RC car, but she lights up, which I think is really, really cool. I actually didn't realize that this is going to light up. This is kind of like the first figure that they did for 2D, where he had his eyes light up. This is a lot easier, I think, to deal with and to find, but nonetheless, still really cool. We are now at the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed what you saw. If you have any questions, of course, let me know. This is, of course, a very new, freshly released figure. Very exciting, though. I really liked all the little details. I like the fact that the wheels move, the lights. I wish that the guitar was actually attached to the car itself, or at least not so loose. Again, this worries me, and they have a track record for this where stuff is just a little bit more loose or not as sturdy as you'd like, so there's a higher risk of them falling off the shelf or getting lost. As seen with the last set of figures where they did the whole band, again, no base. I don't think this one needed a base. This is obviously much more grounded, and I think for the car, having a base would have taken up way more space, and this is already a pretty big figure. Still, very nice. This is definitely now one of my top favorites of any of these Superplastic figures. As per usual, we'll have more pictures of her on my Instagram at Desunasis, as well as all the other figures that I've gotten from this collection and many more. I do post videos every week, So I'm glad you stuck around to the end. I'm very glad to have seen you this week, and I hope to see you again next week. Now, with that as a caveat, I do apologize next week. I am not sure if I will be able to make a new video next weekend. I am going to a convention, to NecoCon. So if you are planning to go, I hope to see you there. Keep an eye out for me. But unfortunately, conventions do make me extremely busy. That's like a 3-day gig at the minimum. So if I don't post a video, that is why. So I do apologize. If it happens though, we'll see. I managed to post a video on my wedding week, so it could happen. But either way, I really appreciate you for sticking around to the end of the video. Again, I hope you had a great rest of your last week, and I hope you have a great rest of your next week, and I'll see you next time. Bye! I am so excited for this. Look. Wow!